morning, coaches, or good afternoon. Hope everybody's doing well, and that you guys are having a good start to the new year here. It's Coach Zev. I'm sorry I'm not able to attend in person here, but again, hopefully everybody's doing well. And talking today about one of my favorite drills for ball handling, which is we call it 4 chairs. You can do chairs, cones, fake defenders, anything that you have to set up here for players to use as pseudo defenders. And what you'll see is we have 3 stations set up. We've got 4 chairs at half court, 4 chairs between the free throw line and top of the key, and then you can have anywhere from 6 to 8 cones along the sideline. And what you want to emphasize with your players is them attacking and keeping their dribble low, tight, and concise, but also keeping your head up. So what you'll see once I hit play is that we'll tell a player to do a specific set of dribbles between the legs, behind the back, crossover, and then they'll go and attack the 4 chairs, go down, but we also want to make sure that they're keeping their head up. So what we'll typically do is we'll have a coach underneath the hoop here and a coach on the sideline over here. And those coaches are holding up numbers, which forces the players to keep their head up, and they have to be calling out the number as soon as they get through this first chair. They start calling out numbers that the coach is holding up here as well as over here. So we'll press play so you can see, players are going through. You want to make sure to keep your hips low, eyes up, and dribble in a tight space. So as you can see, they're pretty close in the chairs. Now, depending on the level of player you have, they can be a little bit more spaced out or a little bit closer. If you're working with bigs, typically you'll have them probably a little bit further out because bigs are obviously a bit bigger and they don't have necessarily as tight of a handle as the guards do. But you'll see with the guards, we want to make sure that they're moving quickly right here, going through, head is up. You can see the players looking over here, and then you can add in another coach to have, a little bit of contact on them, whether they're dribbling, going to finish at the rim. But we really want to emphasize head up, hips down, because what'll happen a lot of times, especially with bigs, is when they go to do a crossover, they start low, and then as soon as they put the ball, between their leg, they'll pop up a little bit. And so that'll cause the ball to go away because they're dribbling low. And then when they pass it through, they dribble high, which as you could see, we'll go back a couple seconds here. So watch this big here. He comes up, he's low, goes through, and then hops up a little bit. And as soon as he does that, he loses the ball because he's no longer staying low like he was when the dribble came through. So it's very important to teach your players to keep their hips low and that you want the ball to be at the same height the whole time. And in order to keep that going hand to hand, you need to keep the hips low. And then up here, again, this is a little bit more different, and we've got the cones that are spread out all the way. So this is a little bit more of a long-term dribble versus just the quick defenders here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 8 cones set up on the side here. And again, you've got the coach holding up the numbers. And then depending on how much space you have, and where the players are starting, you can also have them go down and finish here and have a coach with a pad or a stick to contest the shot and work on finishing in traffic. So this drill is really good for court vision, ball awareness, as far as what your defenders are doing, keeping a tight dribble, and then also being able to finish in traffic and finish off the dribble and not having to, have somebody pass you the ball. This is a great way to work on players creating their own shots. There's other things you can do where instead of having the player go all the way to the hoop for a layup, you can have them do their moves, and then you can go to a side step or, hop step into a floater in the lane, or sidestep into a mid-range, or you could even, you could do 4 chairs here, and then you could have a big setting a screen to where they come off into a screen and roll, and then you have another coach passing it to the guard shooting the ball. So there's a lot of different options that you can do out of the chair drill, and it's a really good one. It's light conditioning. Players are moving pretty consistently. You've got multiple guys going at one time. As you can see, we've got one, two, three, four, five, 6 players going. So this is a really good drill when you have a lot of players on the court. And then, you can make specific rules that if a player misses a layup, they've got push-ups, they have to run up and down or a down and back, something along those lines. So it's a great drill, a lot of different things that you can do with it. And if you guys have any questions, you have all my contact information, feel free to reach out.